Alright, so we just got done watching Sailor Moon R season, aka season 2 episode.
Sailor Moon season 2, aka Sailor Moon R. I'm just gonna open up a new tab because we're looking kind of ghost mode right now. Yeah, hold on, I need to go to a Google page. Get a white background. Okay, this will do the trick.
Let's see.
No, really. I don't know. Hold on. I gotta do this and then make this not full screen. So it's like most of the screen and I put this on top to check. That did the trick.
This was actually a good.
No, yeah. Let's close the. No, this episode actually rocked. The last one was kind of boring. So one thing which we haven't really mentioned much about, which has been going on in the past 2 episodes, but it kind of slipped my attention, is Emeralda, when they're trying to open the Dark Gate, and when they're talking about that, they're staring at this crystal. Have you seen that? The crystallized statue. That's their.
Yeah. We didn't mention that at all.
We didn't mention that even remotely. And in this one, when they're talking about it, we see they're like kind of praying to like this, like it's kind of like a religious symbol that they pray to, and it either like
I think it's they're attempting to
resurrect something, yeah, and it will either crack and get destroyed and they have to rebuild it if they fail, but if they succeed, the crystals on it become like it starts off really like blocky, like a ton of pieces, and when they do something good, there's more pieces and the overall shape of the figure is more distinct. You know what I mean? It's like a really blocky painting compared to like the more, you know, it's like when you have like pixels. Yeah, if you have pixelize a photo to 25 pixels only to 50, and it's like increases as they do good things. So that's like with their goal. And
this was a Sailor Venus episode,
which
is the rarest
of all the Sailor
Scout episodes. I think we have the most Sailor Mars episodes, close second.
Yeah, we have the most Sailor Moon episodes, obviously.
And then Sailor Jupiter, I think, is probably
no. I'd say the second most. Considering how new of a character she is, we have a lot of Sailor. Chibiusa. Oh,
yeah, but I think Chibiusa is a plot device, though, right?
But
whereas the Sailors are
well, that's the cast.
Right? Well, and Chibiusa is a character, not to say, but especially in the second season, she's clearly sort of carrying the longevity of the arc. But this is a Sailor V episode, and basically the episode is centered around our Esmeralda, our current baddie. Has sort of created
a new droid. She's got a new droid. Her new droid is called Pharmacon.
Yeah, which is sweet, or sweetest, probably one of the sweetest freaks
we've ever
had.
I've seen a lot of photos of Sailor Moon like villains, Freaks of the Weeks. I really liked I keep them in mind, the ones I like visually on the standpoint. I liked the Papaya Girl. Yeah. I liked this is early season 1. There was the one that was the doll.
Yeah. I
like that one, and this is probably.
I don't like that very much.
I like that one a lot.
That's a bad episode.
No, I'm not talking about the doll. I'm talking about the not the doll girl, but her minion.
Yeah.
Was like it looked like one of those when you're sketching, one of those sketch things with the.
Yeah, no, that was actually.
I like that one, not the doll girl, and this one. So Pharmacon, which is obviously a planned pharmacy, because the whole plot is, Pharmacon was giving people the cold.
Yeah. And
through their sickness, it would help the Dark Kingdom. And the plot device of how it was Sailor V episode is everybody else is sick except Sailor V and kind of Sailor and Chibiusa kind of. And Sailor V is taking the mom role and the parental role, and
she's playing nurse.
Yeah, she's nursing
in her own words.
Everybody else back to health.
Yeah.
And Pharmacon, who is based off of pharmacy, she is making people sick, and her overall design, she's got a scalpel hand, and one of her hands is a syringe.
Yeah, which turns out to be a missile syringe.
It can shoot unlimited versions of that.
We were talking about how we often are disappointed that they put this much time into your Freak of the Week character designs, and we don't get
fight scenes.
Real fight scenes. They're short, and they're often filled with transformation sequences. This one was actually like pretty. There was some action blocking.
The thing is, it's like it was still a little bit lackluster for what we could have had. However,
it was a good episode.
It was on Sailor Moon quality. It was cool enough because we see in typical Sailor Moon's fashion with the long, scene cuts. Like, we saw a scene of her arm obviously went down in slashing motion. You see Sailor Venus jumping on the way, so she used her skeletal arm as a sword.
And she shot
not multiple times, just one. And then she shot the syringe
needles
multiple times and pinned her against a wall.
Yeah, that was so. True.
The overall fight scene went, and this is one thing which I'd say why I don't like Sailor Moon as a character, but what made me like Sailor V a lot is Chibiusa. They're trying to get medicine, and they go to the hospital that happens to be the one where they're all at, and they're trying to give Chibiusa a shot, which she doesn't want, because she wants just normal medicine. She
also senses something's fucked up,
and she starts screaming her not typical.
Well, it's very predatory. It's like, this shot's gonna be free of charge, kid.
Yeah, don't worry about the medicine. We have the shot, and she does her scream, which we've seen prior before. She has her super powerful scream, and then the moon shows up on her forehead.
Yeah, I think it's all nuclear.
Yeah, the nuclear scream. So she does that, and then the bad guys realize, oh my god, she's the rabbit, because they want the rabbit.
Oh.
And then when she does her scream, all the sailors are alerted to it. And Sailor Venus, the only one who's not sick, is the first one to arrive. And she's like, oh.
She's on her own for a while.
And she arrives, does her transformation, and she's like, oh, I see. The bad guys are here. Like, oh, how do you know we're here? Did you figure out this is our base? And basically the bad guys are over-explaining their plan. And unlike what Sailor Moon would do, Sailor V says, yes, I knew it. Yes, of course I figured this out. Of course I knew you were the bad guys. And the bad guys even say, oh, wow, we really underestimated you. Well, Sailor Venus did not know this. However, rather than being honest and being like, oh, I had no idea, I fell into it, she's taking the overconfident role, being like, of course I knew it. Of course I knew your plan. And we haven't really seen that prior. Of the character being like...
Well, she's still the one with the most underdeveloped character, and with Sailor Jupiter being in a close second, right?
Yeah, completely. And I think this was...
It was kind of fun to see her, because we do know she's older than the other sailors.
Well, it doesn't really build on her character
longer,
much. It builds on her maturity and her ableness to be like, oh, of course I know.
Character building. It just it helps carve out her archetype within the group better. Right?
And her archetype that
she's we really need
experience. It gives her a sense of experience. Well, even though she didn't know this was going on, she's experienced enough not to seem like an amateur. Because during the fight,
it is clearly that
she seemed very experienced.
Yeah, it is clear too. She's very independent relative to the other sailors. Where she likes having those friends and she cares about them, but she doesn't need them the same way the rest of them need each other. At least I'm speaking to Sailor Mercury, Sailor Moon, and to a lesser extent Sailor Mars. Their whole characters within the show itself all kind of rely on interactions within one another, specifically at least between Mars and Moon, and then Ami being sort of this anti-everybody, hyper intellectual character. It's nice to see V. She did fuck all.
I don't even think she had any vocal.
Mars was in it more. You never saw her say.
No, she didn't say anything. She didn't even transform. She did off screen. We had Mars did her burning mandala move. I don't even think we had.
Ami did a move.
Did she?
I think so.
Okay, I don't
We've been getting a lot of group transformations.
Yeah, so
they're really padding these out.
So
it's also nice because it's good to get.
The conclusion to this fight was all the other sailors come to aid Venus because she's the first one to go there. She gets trapped. Pharmacon shoots her syringes and pins Sailor V against the wall, Sailor Venus. So the rest of the sailors come to save her, and then Usagi is about to fight, and then she falls down to the ground because she's sick. And then Mamoru, Tuxedo Mask, is there, and he says, "You have to keep going. I love the energetic you." That's what he says.
Oh, yeah, I love your energetic self, which is just bizarre backhanded compliment.
And I think it's poorly translated.
Yeah, but it's also an insult to the rest of the sailors, regardless.
Yeah, so because she's on the ground, Sailor Moon's on the ground, falls down, and then she hears him say that, and then it gives her the energy. Which I think it was a dumb thing.
Regardless of all that, this was actually such a good ass episode. Yeah, such a good ass episode.
But let's get
super comfy.
Let's get I'm gonna take a critical viewpoint of that, and then let's talk about a canon way to explain it.
I feel like it would be one of the more critically acclaimed episodes of the season.
Oh, no. I'd say the series overall, outside of the remember the two siblings, siblings that turned into trees.
Yeah,
that was actually some of the best stuff. But I'd say my critical part of me is saying that was a very stupid plot point where Mamoru came and said that to her, and then she gained the power to stand up and do her moon power elimination on Pharmacon. However, I think that's dumb. But if we want to justify it, I'd say it's the element of saying that seeing the person she loves and hearing the positive motivation from someone she loves gave her power to overcome the dark power cold.
Yeah.
To give her the power. So that could be what the actual intention was there, or it could just be plot device tuxedo mask. I don't know. I'd say it's probably the latter, where it is that.
That's probably a little.
But it didn't come across that way.
There is
me being over analytical.
This was a very character.
No, it was a good episode.
Driven episode.
The design of Pharmacon was one of the coolest designed characters I've seen.
That would be your highlight of the episode.
I'd say the highlight of the episode was seeing the design of Pharmacon and seeing that
actually move.
Yeah, seeing that she wasn't a complete waste of a character.
Yeah.
Oh, because I'm searching for Pharmacon, and there's a Pharmacon Bandcamp band.
I know. Pharmacon is not just a Bandcamp band. Pharmacon got pitchfork acclaim.
Really?
Yeah. Pharmacon's pretty sweet.
You think that must be a
noise band?
No, that must not be an accent.
No, it's Sailor Moon shit. Pretty sweet noise band. Yeah, she toured with a bunch of great bands.
I'm pulling this up for the viewers.
Not super prolific. Yeah, Pharmacon. It's if you like.
No. Look here. I'm pulling this up. I got to get an angle. But look, there's the syringe arm. This was so she does that and she shoots the syringe. This was one of the. That's not her. That's not her.
Perfect bullet.
Yeah. This is one of the better designs we've had for Freak of the Week, and she was, at least in terms of the fight scene, she was utilized as best as a Sailor Moon villain has been.
Yeah, 100%. And this was memorable. It was easy to pay attention. It was funny.
This is going to be one of the ones that I'm going to remember this episode.
Yeah, I will too.
There's a lot. The last two episodes we watched, I'm not going to remember. I remember the papaya girl.
I don't remember.
And I remember the papaya girl because she had a pee. They let her pee on her. Yeah. But outside of that, I don't remember a lot. And I want to keep this one in my memory.
I will too. Can we end it?
Yeah, I'd say we can end it.
All right.
Do you want to do one more?
No.
No, you don't think so?
I'm falling asleep.
Man, I got the food I ate saved me.
Food brings you life.
Yeah.
You know who knows that food brings you life? Usagi Sakino. She loves food. Oh, apparently both Sailor V and Sailor Moon, who are supposed to be parallels of one another, both terrible at cooking. They both tried to make porridge, much to the disgust.
But I think Sailor V didn't do a bad job. I think Sailor Moon is just like a whiny baby. Yeah. Oh yeah, and so
it could be both.
Yeah, so the final thing I think we'll finish off on is finishing how the episode ended. So they finish it, and everybody else is healthy now, back to normal, except Sailor V. Well, maybe not even a cold. She's just she's burnt out from because she's been nursing everybody, right? So she's in bed, and the episode ends. We get Usagi in a nurse outfit, making her food and feeding her, and it's bad food.
I like these scenes. I think they're cute, good character moments. It's just happy to see these. There's I know they're just going to keep introducing characters, and it's nice to have them be fleshed out a little bit. With that being said, this was an awesome episode. Yeah, it was definitely filler heavy. They don't address that Mamo and Sailor Moon got back together at the end of the last episode.
Yeah, there's nothing like that. I don't need.
They kissed, and that's that.
I'm gonna say ask a question on camera to you.
Is this the Ross and Rachel?
No, yeah, the Ross and Rachel. Well, okay, no, actually yes, because it's the on and off again forever.
Yeah.
One thing which I want to say, what's your opinion? Because this is breaking formula. But when we upload this one, I think, which I would be down to do from now on, and we're not even halfway done, so I think it's a good way to change formula. I think we could definitely put in the title of this episode, when we upload it.
In editing?
No, in the title of the episode, when we upload it,
right.
Episode recommendation. When there's an episode we actually genuinely like, I think we should have that in the title.
Let's talk about that.
We'll talk about it off camera, but I think
I could be convinced, but I don't think so, honestly.
in the description or something.
I think in the description.
No, but I think the thing is, okay, we can stop now. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.